The lifestyle of Qatar's royal family. Qatar is a small but wealthy country located in the Arabian Gulf, with a population of just over 2.5 million people. The royal family of Qatar, also known as the House of Thani, has been in power since the mid-19th century, and they've built a reputation for their extravagant lifestyle and opulent spending. From private jets to luxury yachts, from designer clothes to rare and expensive cars, the Qatari Royals live a life of unmatched luxury and indulgence. So, join us today as we take a glimpse at the lavish lifestyle of Qatar's royal family and explore some of the most incredible aspects of their opulent existence. The House of Thani is the ruling family of Qatar, and they've been in power since the mid-19th century. The current Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, has been in power since 2013, succeeding his father, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani. The House of Thani has played a significant role in shaping Qatar's political and economic landscape, and they are known for their wealth and opulence. They've been instrumental in developing Qatar's economy, particularly through the discovery and exploitation of its vast oil and natural gas reserves. In addition to their economic influence, the House of Thani has also played a significant role in Qatar's foreign policy, establishing close ties with other countries in the region and beyond. They pursued a policy of neutrality in regional conflicts, whilst also working to establish Qatar as a mediator and diplomatic hub in the Middle East. But let's save all that for our international relations class. You are here to see how Qatar's richest flaunt their wealth, and that's exactly what you're going to get. To begin, you should know that Qatar's royal family is estimated to have a combined net worth of over $335 billion, with the head of the family, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, being worth over $2 billion alone. The House of Thani doesn't hold back when it comes to flaunting what enormous wealth they have already acquired, and some have seen their wealth as a sign of just how prosperous Qatar is. What do you think? So, what does the House of Thani spend its $335 billion fortune on? Let's begin with what they're most popular for: real estate. If there's one thing members of this family love, it has to be real estate, and they have a lot of it. We mean a lot. So, where do we begin? We have to start with the Royal Palace of Doha. The palace is no doubt the pride of the House of Thani, and you'll know why in an instant. Doha is one of the most expensive places in the world, and this palace, which sits on more than 400,000 square metres of land, is situated at the heart of this opulent city. The palace in Doha, also known as the Emiri Diwan, is the primary residence of the royal family of Qatar. The palace is not open to the public, and only a select few are granted access to the property. When you discover that this palace is covered in gold, you'll probably understand why they're not keen on outsiders going and coming in as they please. The palace is estimated to be worth well over $1 billion and is surrounded by lush gardens and fountains. The complex includes numerous buildings, including the main palace, where the Emir of Qatar conducts official business and receives foreign dignitaries, and 15 other palaces. Yes, you heard that right. 15. The palace's interior is opulent and luxurious, featuring intricate decorations and lavish furnishings. It includes numerous reception halls, meeting rooms and private suites for the royal family and their guests. Some of the palace's most notable features include a large mosque, a state-of-the-art cinema, and a private zoo. The palace is also equipped with the latest technology and security measures to ensure the safety of the royal family and their guests. To top it off, it has a garage that can hold more than 500 cars. 500 cars sounds like overkill, until you see just how many cars these guys own. As if one extravagant palace wasn't enough, in 2019 Sheikh Tamim built another palace in Oman to rival this one in Doha. The Thanis may not be as wealthy as some of their Middle Eastern counterparts, but they believe in acquiring as many properties as possible, a wise decision. Today, the Thanis own most properties in London. Can you believe that? Even more than the British royal family. To give you an idea, It's been reported that the Thanis have invested over $43 billion in real estate in London alone. For this ridiculous amount of money, you can imagine they have only the finest buildings in the area. However, one of the most notable is Sheikh Moza bint Nasser Al Misned's acquisition of 3 houses in Cornwall Terrace, Regent's Park, London. Sheikh Moza is one of the former Emir's wives, and she bought 1, 2 and 3 Cornwall Terrace for $140 million. What's more ridiculous is she plans to combine these 3 luxurious buildings into one mega mansion. We can only imagine how much that will drive the value by. Our guess is at least more than $230 million. This mega mansion will have at least 17 bedrooms, a cinema, beauty treatment rooms, 14 lounges, a leisure complex, indoor pools, and so much more. Her only limit is her imagination. What else do the Thanis own in London? Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your notepads out for this great list. They have shares in the London Olympic Village, the Shard, the Intercontinental London, Park Lane, several Harrods stores, and a lot of other undisclosed properties. Away from London, they've invested in Printemps, Miramax, the Schoening Group, Louis Vuitton, and Porsche. Oh, impressive, right? Hold on to your hats, because we are just getting started. While most billionaires have several private jets to attend meetings and move from country to country, the Thanis have a very peculiar way of travelling. You see, they have their own airline. Private jets. The royal family of Qatar is known for owning a fleet of luxurious private jets that cater to their travel needs under the Qatar Emiri flight. There are a total of 15 private jets in the airline, and these aircraft are among the most advanced and well-equipped in the world. One of the most notable aircraft in the Thani family's fleet is the Boeing 747-8 VIP, which is also known as the Dreamliner. This aircraft is one of the largest and most advanced private jets in the world, with a range of over 8,000 nautical miles and a top speed of Mach 0.86. The Qatar Emiri flight Dreamliners cost about $400 million each, and they have 3 of them. In addition to the Dreamliner, the Thani family also owns several other private jets, including the Gulfstream G650 ERS, an Airbus 340S, which cost around $350 to $500 million each. From their custom-designed interiors to their state-of-the-art entertainment and security systems, these aircraft represent the ultimate in high-end travel for the royal family and their guests. Speaking of high-end travel, let's get into this family's yachts. Yachts. There is something about billionaires and yachts. We literally can't think of any billionaire who doesn't own at least one, and the Thanis have at least 3. There is the Al Lusail, which costs around $500 million, the Qatari, which is worth $400 million, and the Al Migrab, which costs around $300 million. The family still has many others for its many royal members. There was a time when a fire at a shipyard in Doha reportedly destroyed a couple of them worth millions of dollars. We've covered jets and yachts. What about their cars? We've saved the best for last. Cars. The Thanis have only the most exotic cars in the world. Remember that 500 car garage space in their Doha palace? This is where it comes in handy. In their collection, the Thanis have one of only 26 Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, worth at least $8 million. A Porsche 918 Spider worth $1.4 million. The Rembrandt Bugatti Vitesse worth over $2 million. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 worth $4 million. Bugatti Divos worth over $5 million each. The Lamborghini Centenario White Coupe worth around $2 million. Lamborghini Sian FKP 37S worth around $4 million each. Lamborghini Veneno that cost $4.5 million. A LaFerrari Aperta worth $5.3 million. A LaFerrari Red Coupe worth $1.4 million. And a McLaren P1 worth $1.1 million, to name a few. In addition to their collection of supercars, The Thani family also owns several vintage classics, including a 1938 Bugatti Type 57S Sea Atlantic and a 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO. This family loves cars, and you'll see one or two of them if you're in the right place in London or Doha. If you've seen one of these royal cars, let us know in the comments. If there's one big thing the Thanis love more than cars, it's sports. Sports investments. Many international competitions have taken place in Qatar, including the 2006 Asian Games, the 2015 AIBA World Boxing Championship, and most recently the 2022 FIFA World Cup, in which they spend not less than $10 billion. Football seems to be the family's favourite sport because in 2004 the former Emir established Qatar Sports Investments, which he used to acquire Paris Saint-Germain in 2011. The family also purchased a 21.7% ownership in SC Braga, and Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser Al Thani purchased the Spanish club Malaga in 2010. To cap it off, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamid Al Thani plans to acquire English football giants Manchester United, and Khalid Faleh Al Thani is prepared to splash out on Italian Serie A side Sampdoria. Then last but not least, the family has spent a significant amount of money on acquiring a pretty impressive art collection. The family has spent billions of dollars over the years acquiring hundreds of artworks and memorabilia. Some of them cost tens of millions of dollars, such as the painting White Center by Mark Rothko, which sold for $72.8 million, and Men in Her Life by Andy Warhol, which sold for $63.4 million. They also paid $250 million for the Card Players by Cézanne in 2011, making it the third most expensive painting ever sold. Illustrious. That's all the time we have today. Think this family is filthy rich? Check out our video on Mohammed bin Salman and see how these guys pale into comparison to the Saudi Arabian trillionaires.